Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be installing this TACH on our 50cc scooter. So this is actually a multifunction meter of sorts. It gives you temperature, RPMs, hours. It does a bunch of different cool stuff. The one thing we don't know on our scooter all of the time is temperature and RPM. So this works out great. It was 25 bucks on Amazon. It's gonna help with like tuning and idle because you'll be able to see RPMs and also when it's okay to actually start beating on your scooter because it's up to temp. I have done cold start burnouts. It's not a good idea. You don't wanna blow your scooter up. This kit comes with a bunch of good stuff. So you got your lead wires and such. You got your gauge, you get instructions, you get some Velcro mounting stuff so you don't have to actually hard mount it into your thing, but it also comes with this little... What we're gonna do is hook it up right away and probably use the Velcro stuff just for today. And then what I'm thinking is we're gonna 3D print a mount. When you install this, right? So it's got this and then it's got this little 3-pin connector, okay? And then the wire that it comes with,
That's a really complicated harness.
Yeah, it's super complicated. So it comes with this wire, which goes onto the spark plug. This is your TACH wire. So you don't have to do a lot with this. You just wrap it around. What we're gonna do is wrap it around the spark plug boot, like so. Run the wire all the way down, you know, through here and then up into the spot. This just goes on here. Boom, you take off the crush washer that's on your spark plug. There was one on here, we took it off though. You gotta cut it off, get it off however you can. So then this just sits on your spark plug like so, and then you just put it back in the hole and this will act as your crush washer. We're just trying to figure out how it fits best in there because the socket doesn't like to be up against this rubber. It's a little bit thick.
It's a pretty tight fit, right?
It is, yeah, it's a kind of tight fit. There is space though for it, so we just gotta figure out where that space is. The plug is in there, kind of hard to see, but plug is in there, the wire is in there. We have it facing kind of this bottom corner over here. The lead comes off. So it's acting as the crush washer now. The plug is in. So now we're going to wrap, we were thinking about the boot, but we're gonna actually try and wrap it around the wire, like right here, this yellow wire, and then taper down. So basically all you wanna do is wrap it around like 4 or 5 times.
Excited to see this TACH work.
We're gonna wrap this around a couple times, tape it down with some electrical wire or electrical tape, and then start it up and see what happens. Okay, so it's taped up. As you can see, the wire's on there. When you do this, you want the coils, so when you wrap it around, you want to coil it, you know, and keep them as tight and as close together as possible. We got it all wired up. We're gonna stick this back on the spark plug, connect the battery, and then we should be able to turn it over.
Exciting.
This is the only downside to this thing that people had to say was that it's battery operated and not just like powered through the machine, so it's not always on and you gotta remember to turn it off. Ain't no big deal for us. It's a cheap scooter, so yep, so it's on now.
Whoa, look at that.
Yep. So yeah, it's backlit green, which is sweet. Yeah, we're gonna dig in, try and figure out how to set it up a little bit. So if you just read the instructions, it'll tell you everything you need to know, but we're gonna probably like set the time, set the backlight, get the temperature to Fahrenheit and not Celsius, and then we'll get it to the RPM screen that we want, and then we'll be able to turn it on and it should run. Now we can start it.
Now squeaky.
Battery's connected, so we're good. All right. So, let's see what happens here. There we go. That's right or not.
See if you can switch it now. Just pick a different thing and see if...
Range, like different range?
Yeah, just like a...
We're a little confused. So it's showing us about 2 times the actual RPMs that we have. Also, our coil went out, the orange one.
Performance.
Yeah, the performance one, so maybe don't buy that kit. The stock one works. Luckily we had this one laying around to put in, but I'm probably gonna have to figure something else out for the coil, unless, I mean, this will keep working.
So nothing's hooked up for this thing right now.
Yeah, also, correct? Yeah, that. So okay, the temp gauge makes sense.
Start it up once.
But the RPM, it's actually gathering revs.
Yes, and then rev it up a little bit. So it's sensing something, but nothing's hooked up. I don't Success.
Could go a little higher, maybe.
Bigger. Here. So we selected a new setting.
And it's reading correctly. There we go. Sweet. So now we know it works. It's got options for cylinders and stroke. So if it's 2-stroke, you can enter in like 2-stroke and like 2 cylinders. But ours is obviously 4-stroke, 1-cylinder. But that option in this thing is wrong. So it was giving us, so 4-stroke, 1-cylinder, it should be 1 spark per 2 revolutions. Well, it wasn't working. So we ended up
doubling it.
Yeah, so we ended up just going with the 2-stroke option for 1-cylinder, and that works. Believe it or not, your 4-stroke 50cc GY6 is actually a 2-stroke. You need to take that to the bank. That's valuable information right there.
Don't tell people that. Throttle therapy told me it was okay.
It was a 2-stroke. You should be running pre-mixed. That's probably why we're not getting all the power that we're denied with these 50cc's.
Whoa!
Whoa! All right, so we're gonna get everything tucked back up and put together. Go for a test ride. I'm gonna hook the temperature gauge up. I don't know if I'm gonna hook it up into the spark plug slot. I think I might put it somewhere else and just let her buck because I don't really like it in there. Sweet. Dude, this thing's running so good right now. I got 40 miles an hour on that one. And I started it when we were back on that bumpy ass road, but I didn't have like a good spot. But leading up to that road where it's that big hill all the way down. Mason's gonna take it for a rip.
One of the first rips since my incident.
Since his incident. You'll tell right away that frickin' it pulls harder with those springs. It's cool.
I remember it was quite the turd before.
It was very turdy, yeah.
Do I want to reset that?
No, it keeps resetting
That's
until
good?
you move. Yeah, that's recording too. Yeah, you're good. Okay guys, so you guys saw, we took quite a little trip there. Probably like a 4 mile, roughly 4 miles round trip on the scooter with the new TACH gauge thingy, the RPM gauge. Would I suggest buying it? Yes. Dig through the settings though, because apparently they're not what they say they are, so just now they're correct. So we had that one issue where it was recording like 2 times the amount of RPMs than we really were getting. Other than that, the thing works great. But right now, Mason is out getting a top speed run. I give him the app. He's 40 pounds lighter than me, so like we should get a pretty good top speed with him on it. So I'm thinking maybe like 42, 43 miles an hour with him on it. So we'll see. He hasn't actually been on it since we did all of this work, actually. He doesn't really ride it ever. He barely rides his. If you guys want to see more of the 150 stuff, the 150 scooter stuff, let us know and we'll start doing that. I'll kind of push Mason into starting to mess with his scooter a little more too, because that thing has way more potential for fun than mine. But tonight we're going to pick up something new for the channel, a new toy. It's not a scooter though, unfortunately, so you scooter people, I would tune in to watch it if I were you, because everybody wants one of these. It's just the opportunity to get one is low unless you just have the money to throw at it. Stay tuned for what's coming because it's gonna be sweet. Looks majestic as ever. Let's try to do a wheelie. Definitely feels different, doesn't it?
Yes. You drive the thing every day, so
yeah,
you
I
probably
guess.
know better.
Yeah.
It's been like
A while.
2 months since I've
Yeah,
driven
at
it.
least.
It's
Alright.
how fast was I going?
42. You got a mile an hour better than I did.
Yeah, I was really tight.
Okay. It's okay. It's a GoPro. It's meant to do that, I guess.
Oh, the screen's cracked.
Oh no.
Like,
All right. Well, 42 miles an hour with Mason on it, so we know that it'll go pretty quick with a lighter body.
Yeah, so you only get 1 mile an hour per 40 pounds.
That's pretty good. I mean, for
It's a
going
nice
around,
day for cruising though.
yeah, it is.
Man, it's nice.
Super beautiful.
It's about to not be nice though.
I know.
Too nice of weather for too long. Thunderstorms are coming.
I told him that I would push you to start taking the 150 out and modding it more.
I want to. I really do want to. We should whip it out here maybe next video we'll whip it out.
Put something on it.
Yeah, do something to it.
Do something to it. You can get one of those. That'd be fun.
So overall, I mean, it's a pretty good product, I guess. If you're curious about your temperature and you want to make sure your clutches are working with the right RPMs and stuff.
On the list of mods, like on a to-do, I would put that pretty high. I would put that at the top of the list so you can actually like tell what's happening. I mean,
And make sure you're not overheating too for some reason.
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, for these things to overheat, something's got to be majorly wrong with it, but...
Right.
Or if you just run it at a really high RPM with no airflow past it.
Yeah.
So don't do a burnout forever if you're going to do a burnout. Overall, the Run Leader, it's a pretty good product. I guess if you want to know some more information about how your vehicle or how your scooter's running, then definitely get this. It works good, only 25 bucks. We got a box of some other goodies over there that we're putting on in some other videos, so we'll see you next time.
Riding to the top, started from the floor. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Sniffing on an M, I need one of those. Sniffing on